Okay then, so welcome to the first Games Questions, all from the UK blog today, and a lot about Etherfields. So let's start from the top. The first question we were asked: the trouble with your Etherfields update is that it was just backward looking. It gave none of us that have not received our games any idea of how long we should have to wait. Will the next pick and pack games take just as long or not? That's from Darkspoon. Thank you very much for commenting. No, it won't take as long. It certainly shouldn't. I'm going to do all the Etherfields in one go. I do have more information for you guys, so we'll sort of lump you guys in as one. Lucy Allams, apologies if I'm saying that wrong. So at this rate, guess I should expect my Etherfields pick and pack order in August/September. Your excuse is hardly justified. I hope a working realms doesn't work with you in the future. Okay, cool. Thanks very much for commenting, Lucy. I think I've seen your commenting on Facebook too. Thank you very much for commenting. We hope they do work with us in the future, obviously. First of all, this is from Peter FDH. First of all, well done for admitting that Etherfield's order hasn't gone well. It's not always easy to do that and to do it openly and publicly. Secondly, Darkspoon is right. What would get us back on side is information about what's left to be done. We know there are 2,440 orders and you are 90% through pre-packs. So the obvious question is what percentage of the 2,444 are pre-packs, and does the remaining pick and pack generally take much longer per item? I think we've got Panos. If this kind of delay is not enough to lose future business with Awaken Realms, I wonder what is. It's odd you didn't choose to spread out the delay amongst all of your projects, and Etherfields has been delayed to this ridiculous extent. I hope they go with a different fulfillment partner next time, as you are not treating their backers with the respect they are... ... Good luck and stay away from projects you can't handle. Thanks very much, Panos. Okay, let's talk about Etherfields. So, currently, as of this morning, it is now 12:30 in the afternoon. We are 96.2% done with pre-packs, so I would expect that to be finishing today, if not, very, very early tomorrow. I don't quite have percentages for you, Peter, FDH. However, I can tell you that there are 331 Kittenberg orders to go, and that will be starting next. If it hasn't started already, it may well have done. Imminently, very, very, very soon. So it will be those 331 orders which will be added to the pre-packs that are going to happen. Then we're moving straight on to pick and pack. There are 238 pick and pack orders. Just to give you guys as much information as I can, there are 1,817 picks for 238 orders, which is roughly 8 picks per order. That's sort of the average. That's 1,817 things that can go wrong with every single of the 238 orders. If we rush it, you're going to get the wrong stuff. It's that simple. That is a lot of picks. I mean, it's a huge amount of picks. It's a big project, as you guys know. We would expect the estimated time for the pick and packs to take about a week and a half to 2 weeks. Things do change, but we are getting straight on with it next. So it should be around about the week and a half to 2 week mark, and we expect it all to be done. With regards to us choosing singling out a fulfillment project to delay. It's categorically not how it works. There is a schedule that we work to, and other people have been booked in. So depending on when things arrive to us from port, or when we get the backer data from whichever publisher, things can get held up on the water, things can get held up in customs. There are so many different things that can go sort of squiffy with fulfillment. There is just no, even if we had wanted to put all of our delay on one project, as you say, we wouldn't be able to. There's too many variables. So we have a schedule of what we're expecting to do and how long it will take, and things do change that, as we said however many weeks ago. There are so many things going on in the world right now that have disrupted shipping and manufacturing and all the rest of it. We just wouldn't be able to single anyone out. We certainly wouldn't single out Awaken Realms, even if we could. We love those guys. And we have been apologetic to them. It's just not been as quick as we would have expected, and what we sort of pride ourselves on. And we've had such good experiences with Nemesis Lockdown and other projects like that, which are huge. This is not particularly normal for us. We're sorry to you guys as well. We're doing our best with what we have and the time we have and the staff we have, and it has been slower, but it is picking up speed. And as I say, sort of two weeks we're expecting to be done with all the pick and packs, but we want to get it right. Okay, Ben. So what happened to Yulea Chronicles? Again, sorry if I'm not saying that right. It had disappeared from here entirely, and I haven't had my package or even a tracking number. That is fully dispatched. It was in last week's blog on the former ShipQuest site. So from our perspective, everything has left the door. If you haven't had anything, I would suggest the best thing to do would be to raise a ticket with our customer service team, and we'll get on that for you as soon as possible. On our website, there is a customer service link in the menu bar. Give that a click, submit a ticket, and give them all the details you can: full name, your email address, your telephone number, the address and postcode, all of that, where the game was supposed to be, and that just makes it easier for us to find you on all our systems and find out what's going on there, and we'll get to the bottom of that. But from our perspective, everything has left the door, so potentially something's gone wrong, in the post or something there, and we can find that out for you. But thanks for commenting, Ben. We appreciate it. Michael says, disappointed that some others aren't playing to the be nice request for commenting. Etherfields was always going to be a big beast. I'm sure lessons can be learned, and trust they will be learned. Looking forward to receiving mine, not personally in a rush, and look forward to receiving more AR games from you in the future. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. We get the frustration too. Some of us have backed Etherfields in the office and in the warehouse. We want to play it too. We are delayed as well in getting our games, like such as you guys. Thanks for the comment. I mean, we ask people to be nice because, as we know, and you know too, and I think the next comments from Ian sort of talks about this as well. There are a vocal. I don't see too much problem with any of the comments we've had here, other than hoping we don't work with Awaken Realms again, which is sort of hurts my feelings, but that's okay. Crowdfunding websites, Kickstarter in particular, people can be horrid, and we're trying to do a new thing here. Over the last sort of however many years, we've tried to make the blogs more informative, and there have been ups and downs, things out of our control, and certainly things we could have handled much better and much more informatively, but it is a learning curve. And I don't know of any other fulfillment company trying to do what we want to do, and what we're trying to do. Me being here answering questions, opening questions up in the first place. A lot of fulfillment companies just don't want to engage, so you guys don't actually have a place to raise concerns. So people do get a bit nasty with particularly publishers on Kickstarter and other places. It is obviously a vocal minority. This is the internet. People are going to be mean when they've got a keyboard in front of them. The majority of what we get is really nice and really supportive, because I think people do understand what we're trying to do. We want to be in communication with you guys. We want to support our partners, the publishers, as best we can, and we want them to be creative and out there doing their next campaign and designing their next game. So if we can take some of the answering questions and information kind of stuff, if we can help with that, that's what we want to achieve. It does open us up for some people not being as cool as others, but that's okay too. No one's singling out anyone who works here. No one's being particularly nasty. The kind of things that you have seen on the internet and will see on the internet, and I think that's a shame. And there are bigger things going on in the world than our board game addictions, and it's probably worth keeping that in mind. But by opening up stuff like comment sections and having question and answers and blog posts, we know what we're getting into. We know not everybody is going to be as lovely, but that's okay. That's okay too. Our last comment is from Ian. I appreciated the heads up that the bow wave of work, including what you can say at the time, the new website and web store, was likely to cause problems. What do you guys think of the website, by the way? We spent a lot of time. We want it to be fun and communicative and feature reviews and of course the blogs. But yeah, the store is coming soon, and it will be retailing our partners' work. We're not going to be buying Monopoly. We're going to be the place to get sort of maybe cool Kickstarters and stuff. I have no issue with the short delay, given that crowdfunding is such a long-term commitment. On top of that, I wonder how Canadian backers view the UK complaints, when UK will fully complete before Canadian fulfillment starts. I wasn't aware of that. That's unfortunate for Canadian backers. I hope it gets cracking soon. Backing crowdfunding does require a fair degree of patience for the unexpected issues and delays, with such delays occurring in retail, but that we never see details on. Absolutely, crowdfunding is a strange beast, and so many things can go wrong. Okay, the observant among you will notice I've now moved rooms because there's a meeting needed to take place in there. So, Ian goes on to say, what I find myself becoming intolerant of is the responses to issues from backers of the larger campaigns. Crowdfunding backers have a reputation for whining that to a large part is undeserved. There are a lot of very supportive or simply quietly patient backers, and they don't deserve such a reputation. However, the bigger the campaign, the more I am embarrassed about the way in which some represent their disappointment. The comments on this page are far from the worst. Some elsewhere are truly obnoxious. However, it's the drip, drip, drip of exaggerated complaining that I am ashamed of as a fellow backer, and that I feel moved to apologise to GamesQuest, ShipQuest, just GamesQuest now, fella, and Awaken Realms about. So, in return for your apology, I will offer my own, that we as backers sometimes take a legitimate disappointment, complaint to a level of rudeness that is not justified. You do not deserve that. That's an incredibly kind comment, Ian. Thank you very much. Again, it's a vocal minority of people that are particularly uncool on Kickstarter. Most of us have long been members of the board game community, long time before we came to work for GamesQuest. We love being part of this community. It's a community of togetherness. But, you are occasionally going to get some less cool people. And, that's okay too. But thank you very much. You certainly don't need to apologise to us. But comments on here have been fine. It's all good. Okay, that's the end of the first Games Questions. Thank you so much for taking the time. And we'll be doing this on a Thursday from now on, just to give people a bit more time to get questions in. Cool. Thanks very much.